My name is Richard Jefts. I'm the Senior Vice President, General Manager of Digital Solutions and Digital Experience here at HCL Software. Again, it's an honor to participate in LetsConnect. And I wanted to say thank you, Juanis and the team, for being a great shepherd for this event, with really a key focus on how we continue to engage, enable, and empower our teams and our customers. I've always enjoyed presenting at this event. The way our customers leverage connections really drives value across their enterprises, and I love hearing those stories. So aligning with those stories, I just wanted to call out a couple presentations that I'm excited to hear about. So first and foremost, you're going to hear about the value one of our customers is realizing from integrating with Connections and our Leap product. And that customer, you may know the game that they're famous for, Catan. So I'm looking forward to hearing from that customer on the value they're seeing from not only leveraging Connections, but how they integrated Leap and are taking advantage of the entire solution and driving the outcomes that they're really looking for. You're also going to hear from one of our another customer of ours who's an IT service provider for a set of cooperative banks. They have relied on Connections as a key communication and collaboration platform for years. I love their use cases that they leverage and the outcomes they get from Connections. So again, another fantastic story that really is going to drive home the value proposition of Connections. So I first want to spend a little bit of time talking about digital transformation. I think we all can recognize how important digital transformation is for our companies, for our customers, and for our employees. And just how connecting with your employees and customers will be key to not only your success today, but frankly in the future as well. And I think we can all recognize that customers just don't browse your websites anymore. They check your apps, they interact with your digital signage, and they engage with your brand across all sorts of social media platforms. And the key that we have found and heard from our customers and analysts is the tools you use are critical to the value that you're creating for your customers and your employees. So to keep up with that growing demand for the content and all of that data, enterprises really must prioritize digital transformation as a #1 priority and become digital factories that continuously deliver innovation across their digital landscape. So let's talk about the value. What does this all mean to all of you and to us as well? So first and foremost, digital transformation is really a modern necessity. You should care about that digital transformation because we live in a modern, sustainable digital world. We have been transcending from a traditional model to more of a modern environment that really necessitates organizations to adapt to digital transformation trends and remain competitive in their markets. And let's face it, a 30-year-old cannot drive the same bicycle they used to ride at the age of 5 because it is no longer suitable for their physical conditions. I think we can all say the same is true for welcoming digital transformation in the modern era. Organizations need to use the latest technologies that best suits their needs at that time. So let's talk about how digital transformation improves customer satisfaction. So another reason that you should care about DT is that the extent of customer satisfaction truly defines your business outcome. So businesses operate digitally and use the new technologies to do more in less time and pay attention to their customers and their employees. It also makes collaboration much easier, I think we can agree. Digital transformation is not just about your external interactions, it also encompasses the internal interactions such as communication and collaboration and teaming between employees. Regardless of your business models and your company size, you can create efficient communications in your organizations leveraging a digital collaboration platform. Companies can align their team members and ensure that every task is done before the deadline using these key digital tools. So I wanted to talk a little bit and open up with some of the key trends that we're hearing from all of you from the analysts, from our competitors, and from the broader market. And what we really found is I wanted to touch on these three key trends that we're hearing about in 2022 that are really top of mind for many leaders across the globe at this point. And when you think about it, it really comes down to these three major areas that we want to focus on related to LetsConnect. And the first one being hybrid and remote working. I think we can all agree that the model has really adjusted over the last couple of years, and we're still trying to find our way. And this is really driving the need and the wants of leveraging a true collaboration platform. You can also see that customer experience has become more and more relevant than ever. How do you personalize that customer experience? How do you drive better results from a digital perspective with your customers? And then the last one is very, very top of mind for myself, and I know the rest of the leaders within HCL Software as well, as our employees are our greatest assets. And we need to continue to enable, empower, and engage them every single day to ensure that they feel like they are part of the bigger mission. And this is one of the key things that we're very focused on in 2022, and it's great to see that many other companies are as well. We're also seeing some interesting trends when it comes specific to employee engagement. And what I really wanted to call out here was that hybrid work models and the importance of how you're engaging, enabling, and empower your employees. But some of these really that resonated for me and that we're hearing about is first and foremost, having a people-first culture. Our people, as I noted earlier, are our greatest asset. And we really need to align every organization on how do you bring your employees closer to your broader mission so they feel as if they are part of that team and that machine moving in the same direction. You can also see where you see that the importance of building and fostering relationships for people to feel part of the team. We here at HCL are also leveraging our platforms to continue to enable a culture of winning and pride within what we deliver to our customers every single day. And then I think the last one has become more relevant than ever, and that is really understanding and aligning on the work-life balance that has become more relevant for employees than ever before. And having these hybrid models and these collaboration platforms will allow you to give our employees that ability to have a strong work-life balance, which ensures that they'll have a high morale and be happy with what they're doing every single day. And then I want to tie out here a little bit to connect all of this together a little from a technical perspective. And I think it's really important for most companies to align on how are they first and foremost enabling collaboration between organizations. We can see this as a key part within what we do every single day, whether that's collaboration from product management to development to support, whether that's across different business units and aligning with the various technologies that we have today, whether that's connections, whether that's email with Verse, or whether that's with chat or meetings with Same Time. You can also see how important it is from a work group perspective, driving velocity. One of the things we talk a lot about here is how do we continue to get more from less? How do we drive improvements in velocity across our teams? And again, another great area of being able to do those capabilities is with those collaboration platforms. And then a last one that I wanted to really cover that I think is critical here is really around social interaction within the workplace. And when you think about how people interact today and how we work today, it's very, very different than it was in the past. And I think how we're so comfortable with the social platforms that we have out there today and taking the best of those capabilities and putting them into the enterprise is where you see us going, and specifically with connections. So I want to talk a bit about what we're seeing from a digital leadership perspective. What are we hearing from our customers, from our partners, and what does digital leadership look like within an organization? And when we looked at this model, we really broke it down into what we believe are three waves that we've seen related to digital transformation and digital leadership. And I think it's important for all of you to know that these waves actually are cumulative. They build on top of each other. And the first wave that we saw was really all around that initial phase, that era of digital. And this was about 10 years ago. You started to see the beginnings of the era of digital, where you started to see the needs for a digital experience platform, the requirements to have the capabilities of digital commerce experiences. We started to see organizations building applications that integrate with their back-end systems with pro-code application platforms. And then obviously you started to see more and more usage of collaboration platforms, whether that was email, chat, meetings, or social aspects. And each one of these became increasingly important during that first wave of digital. We then started to see the second wave start to come around digital disruption. And this is an important aspect that we wanted to cover. And I think we can all align here that really when this digital disruption started to occur, you started to see business models adjust and really fundamentally reshape the business economics that deliver more value to customers. And the key here was doing this by providing new and better products and services. And we realized very quickly that established organizations that ignored these threats and these adjustments, this was going to be a disruption at their own peril if they did not align and make the appropriate changes. And I wanted to give you a simple example that I think we can all actually connect to here. When you think about what Uber and Airbnb alone have done to the transportation, service, and hospitality verticals, and what they've done with these non-traditional models. I love this data point that we have here when we think about Airbnb. Did you know that Airbnb books more reservations than Hilton and Marriott combined? And the key is they don't own a single property. That's amazing when you think about digital disruption and what they have actually done there. Uber isn't just a better way to hail cabs, as an example. It is frankly a benchmark for what checkout experiences must be like in the very near future. And then we had this third wave, and this is where we are today. And you're starting to see companies really start to adjust and look at a digital first approach. And really the key for us when we thought through this and we spoke with analysts and spoke with our customers, it really became obvious that having a digital first strategy allowed companies to rapidly adapt and improve their experiences for all stakeholders, whether that was B2B, B2C, or B2E. And it really was important to reinvent these new business models and think of a digital first approach. And whether that came to AR, MLP, governance, compliance, being cloud native, you could see these build upon each other, each one of these different waves, how they're cumulative and they really come together. And for us, when we thought about it, it's truly important to continue to transform enterprises, and the things they must consider while they're looking at this really come down to three major areas that we've identified. The first one being ensuring mission critical experiences never fail. Customers expect our products to work like electricity. When it runs, everybody takes it for granted. The minute it is not working, everybody knows about it. It is so important to ensure that you have that quality experience that never fails. We also feel like in this global world that we're moving and transitioning towards, it's becoming more and more relevant to be able to manage multiple brands in multiple markets and in multiple lingual experiences as well. And you need to keep that in mind when you're moving into this wave 3 digital first model. And then security and compliance requirements are obviously key to the success and foundational for all these waves. And these are the key things that when we talk to our customers and talk about where the market is going and how it's transitioning, these three waves really resonate around where we've been, where we are today, and where we need to go in the very near future. And so when we think about our portfolio, I want to touch on the three major markets that we work heavily in. So I think everybody's well aware we are very, very fortunate to have a significant application development platform portfolio. And when you think about that portfolio, you have these three major products that align with it within it. Domino being the first and foremost, HCL Domino Leap, our ability to do true citizen development, application development, and then HCL Volt MX, our multi-experience development platform. And I want to talk about a couple customers and really connect that story for you around a customer specifically that we have that has been aligning with the wave 3 of digital transformation and digital leadership. And what they have done is actually they had a whole set of processes and tools that they were leveraging that were either analog based, paper based, which was causing significant inefficiencies and overwhelming their IT organizations. What we ended up presenting to this customer was Domino Leap. And we saw the opportunity for them to actually start to build workflows and digitize these analog and paper processes. And what they found was within a year, their employees built over 2,000 applications. And not only did they build those applications, but by building those, they reduced the workload on their IT organizations and the backlog significantly. They also empowered their employees to be able to build these applications and drive improvements across the organization that was recognizable by not only those people, but their leadership as well. You can see a nice quote here from Lufthansa with some amazing feedback on them leveraging our HCL Leap product. A couple key data points on what we're seeing and hearing around low code and no code growth. You can see here from Gartner, we're learning that by 2025, so only 3 years from today, that 75% of the new applications will be built on a low code, no code platform or technologies. And you can start to see that more and more organizations are aligning in that direction. And we are incredibly confident with the portfolio that we have that allows our customers to go through that journey from a citizen developer all the way to a pro code developer and having that continuity across the platforms. So let's talk about our second market that we're heavily engaged in. I think everybody on this call is well aware we have many parts of our portfolio that are focused on the digital experience. So we have our DX product. We have HCL Volt MX with our multi-experience development platform. We have HCL Unica from a marketing automation perspective. And then we obviously have HCL Commerce. And we wanted to tie this out as well with another customer that we work very, very closely with that reaped the benefits of leveraging our DX platform. This customer, again, is evolving from that wave 2 towards that wave 3 of digital first. And for them, think about the breadth of what they were trying to do. They had over 12 million citizens and companies that were accessing their public services. And they did not have the opportunity to have a single place for content or a single experience from mobile to your web, and really doing this all in a very secure fashion. We are fortunate enough to present to this customer some amazing outcomes that they could derive from our products. And you can see they're leveraging our digital experience platform as well as Volt MX from a multi-experience perspective. You can see that they were able to create better user experience, not only for their external customers, but for their internal employees as well. And they were able to centralize all of their content as well, which actually derived a significant amount of efficiencies across their organization. Another great example of a customer leveraging our platforms to derive digital leadership within their markets. You can see here another data point from Gartner that in the next couple of years, by 2026, you're going to see that 60% of companies will have deployed a total experience advantage, leveraging that digital first approach to derive how do they differentiate themselves within their markets or against their competition. Another fantastic set of products that allows our customers to differentiate themselves within their markets. So let's talk about the third key market that we're heavily engaged in, and that is really aligning, I believe, with the folks that are at LetsConnect. So we're heavily engaged around secure collaboration. We believe across the breadth of our portfolio with Same Time, Connections, Verse, and Domino, we're able to provide a full suite of secure collaboration for our customers that allows them, again, to transition to that digital first wave that we recognized here. Again, I want to connect this to a customer that we're excited to have that's leveraging our portfolio today. And let me just build through here, but I think what you're going to see is that this company went far beyond what their core skills were, from chemistry to creating and being innovative to being profitable and sustainable solutions and providing all of those to those customers. They have over 33,000 employees who work together for a common purpose. And really that purpose is to improve life today and tomorrow for them. They've empowered to contribute their own ideas, their employees, to allow them to create and collect knowledge, expertise, and a collective energy that they can align across their organization. We feel like they are able to leverage the capabilities of Connections to empower their ideas and the overall knowledge. And for us, back to that key word that you've heard me mention a couple times now, creating a culture of inclusion and teaming is the goal of this customer. So let's talk a little bit about a data point. Again, connecting this whole entire story of the waves to the customer use cases and outcomes and how and what we're hearing within the market as well. You can see here the top 5 benefits of collaboration applications and what companies are able to recognize when it comes to these collaboration apps. So first and foremost, I want to talk about a couple key areas that we have here that are the benefits. First, productivity. You've heard all about the improvements that every company is deriving around velocity. How do they get more from their employees and their teams? Time savings. How do I buy myself more time, do my job more efficiently to allow me to do even more? The last one for me is the most important, and I think this is the one that many organizations, frankly, are struggling with today based on the hybrid work model. And that is ensuring that your employees feel connected, whether that's connected from content, whether that's connected from a mission, whether that's connected as part of a team. And we believe our secure collaboration portfolio can assist and drive the results that each one of these key benefits are requesting from our customers and partners. So let me talk a little bit about what's next for us. We have heard from many of you over the last couple of years around the term air cover. How are you going to drive air cover from a market awareness perspective? How are you going to get people to know who is HCL software? How are you going to get people to know about our products and have those products viewed in a way that derives innovation, that customers have that feeling of those are the products and portfolios that I need to drive those outcomes. So you've hopefully have heard, for those of you in Europe, we have sponsored the European cricket just over the last couple months. You should have seen HCL software throughout if you follow cricket. You're also going to hear from us in the very near future about some sponsorships and some things we're doing with F1 that we're really, really excited about. I think everybody's well aware F1 is a global sport. We have been participating in F1 over the last couple months, and we'll be expanding our partnerships in F1 for the 2023 season, and look for in the very, very near future some exciting announcements coming up around those sponsorships that we're undertaking. So I'm really excited about that as well. And then you can look here, one of the things that we are discussing that I think is really, really important is how do we get our message out from a grassroots level as well? So you're going to start to see some investments in, as an example, airports from a brand perspective. So just imagine coming into the Frankfurt airport or flying into Tokyo and going to your next terminal and seeing a sign that says, apps that power your business, HCL Domino. These are the types of things that you're going to start to see from us in our the beginning of the calendar year here in our January, February, March timeframe, where you're going to start to see further and further investment into who is HCL Software. And frankly, the key for me at the end of the day, and I hear this from my team all the time, is why do I care, by the way? The why is really, really important. So you're going to hear more and more about that. Why should you care about who HCL Software is? And what are those business outcomes that we can drive with all of you? The other key area is we are incredibly busy right now. So we're in our October, November, December quarter. We are all about right now release velocity. We obviously have the Connections version 8 release coming out in the next couple days, which we're really excited about, and we know our customers and partners are as well. You're going to hear all about the significant investment we've made there, how we've taken all the feedback from many of you around how do we improve that user experience, how do we simplify it, how do we make it more intuitive, and the investments and the results that we were able to achieve with Connections version 8. I'm also excited that we have another release of same time coming out on November 15th. Just think about that. We released our latest version of same time about 6 months ago. So that team has been heads down, adding more features, improving the overall foundation of same time, and making significant investments there. And I know that team is heads down as we speak, wrapping up everything that they need to in order to meet that commitment of the middle of November. We also have Domino Danube coming out. So the next release of our, what I would call the franchise for our portfolio. And the key here, there's some amazing things that are coming within Domino in this release in Danube. And there's two that really stand out for me. The first one you've probably all heard about is Restyle, the capability of having a wizard that will modernize your existing Domino applications and give you the ability to beautify those applications in a very simple way in a matter of minutes without breaking your back end functionality. I think this thing's amazing. I'm excited about where we're going with Restyle, and we have lots of plans to continue to improve it as well. There's significant investments as well in security for Domino around email that you're going to hear about over the next couple months as well. And you're just seeing that continued investment that we've been making within Domino. And then the final release that we have is in December. We have our Volt MX 9.5 release. This again is our continued evolution in that multi-experience development platform market, and is a significant area of growth for us where we'll continue to make key investments. And then let's talk about innovation, investment, and just the overall evolution of HCL Software. So I wanted to give all of you some insights that over the last 6 months, we started to bring other software assets that were within HCL Technologies and bring them in, merge them in to HCL Software. So we had a group within HCL Tech called ISD, the Industry Software Division. This group does a lot of work around 5G and Wi-Fi and lots of things with Cisco. We're actually excited about some of the technologies that they have that we can deliver and integrate within the digital solutions portfolio and roadmap. We also have fully acquired a company called Actian. If you think about the data warehouse or Snowflake as an example, they compete against Snowflake every day. You can see opportunities for us across our digital solutions, digital transformation portfolio of pulling in the Actian data warehouse and leveraging the technologies that they've built as well. And the last one I'll touch on is this XIA. We have a team that's heavily involved within AI and machine learning processes as well. That team is building various models around artificial intelligence that we're leveraging across the digital solutions stack. So as an example, personalization across the entire DT stack. You could see where you could leverage personalization within commerce, within Unica, within multi-experience Volt MX, even within Connections as well. So these are some of the evolution you're starting to see within HCL Software of how we're bringing these assets together, starting to look at their synergies and where we can leverage those technologies, again, to drive better release velocity. And then the last topic I wanted to touch on, that's what's next, is our ecosystems. I hope you have all heard, we've kicked off our factory tours again. We had the Boston one about a month ago. We're incredibly excited to just have our customers and partners back here at this site. The energy was just amazing, and excitement from the overall team of speaking directly with developers, the developers having that bi-directional dialogue with our partners and customers as well, I believe was a benefit and a win-win for both us and our customers and partners. We will be having our next factory tour in Milan in about 3 weeks. So hopefully we'll see some of you there as well. We will also be doing a factory tour in January in Bangalore to leverage that area and drive more awareness and enable and empower our partners and customers there. And then we will also be having one in Japan, in Tokyo, in the very near future. So you can start to see that investment that we're making and really connecting and bringing back together our ecosystem and bringing them closer and getting that energy that I think we all felt pre-COVID. We will also in the next couple of weeks have a partner leadership event where we'll be talking about the investments we're making in marketing, the investments we're making in our partner ecosystem, whether that's co-marketing, whether it's new sales plays, whether it's sales training. So this will be our first partner leadership event as part of HCL Software. So 5 years coming. It's going to be an amazing event. We have some great guest speakers attending as well. And I'm personally looking forward to the presentations and the materials we'll have there as well. And then obviously, let's go back down to the core. We're committed. We are committed to certifications. We have heard from our partners and customers how important they are, and those are rolling out as we speak. We are working through the content, the platform, and how we're going to roll out the certification program to all of you. And then our training and our HCL Software Academy continues to be an investment that we're going to be focused on across our technical advisors, our product sales specialists, all the way to our developers, taking all of that great training content, putting it into that central location for our partners and customers to access as well. So finally, I'm going to wrap it up here. I just wanted to say and give you some insights into a couple of the sessions that are coming afterwards. I would ask that all of you please join Petra and Susan's session today. Frankly, I will be there as well. I really enjoy the research and the findings that they provide in their sessions. There's always a couple things that I take away and kind of have that aha moment from them. So please feel free to attend that. You can see the time that will be. And I'd also recommend attending the roadmap session that Renee will be presenting so you can see our investments moving forward with the Connections platform. So I'll hand it back to Wannes. I again just wanted to say it's an honor to be here. Again, it's great to connect with all of you. And yes, I am looking forward to soon enough when we'll be doing our LetsConnect, our next LetsConnect in person. So Wannes, off to you, and thank you. And I'm really, really looking forward to the sessions today and taking away a couple of those aha moments.